Alright, what's going on out there, everybody? You already know what it is. It's your boy 16 in life, man. And you know, a lot of times I tell these stories that are prison related, and I get a lot of comments that will be people will get at me in the comments, and they'll give me these comments. They'll come up with these free world solutions for an incarcerated problem, you know. And a lot of people don't understand, if you haven't been to prison is a whole different it's a different monster. It's a different subculture. They have different rules and regulations. They have a lot of the rules that's similar. And you know, sometimes it's I used to think about how ironic it was that you have a lot of people in prison who are definitely there for violating and disrespecting the rules of other people, but at the same time they wanted to be respected. But so, you know, that was always a contrast right there. But like I said, you know, sometimes people would ask, well, you know, when I tell a story, well, why don't you help that person if I'm watching a person get beat up, or why don't you intervene? And me intervening on a situation that didn't well, my car wasn't involved directly in it, could lead to big problems for me and myself, you know, not only for myself, but also for my car and the people who I run with. You know, my car is being the collective group of people who I'm associated with, you know, and in my case, being people at the time who was from the Inland Empire. You know, a lot of people also ask me, what's the Inland Empire? The Inland Empire is basically two counties out here in Southern California. It's Riverside County and it's San Bernardino County, and geographically that's known as the Inland Empire, or IE. And so today I'm gonna be reacting to a video of a dude getting assaulted, and I tell people how important it is when you're in prison. No matter how tough it is, you have to mind your business. So let's get started on this video right here. They got for me, they want me to check out and react for y'all, so let's go.
This what happened to level 4. Oh, he poking the fuck out that nigga.
He getting him all in the face. He poking him, got him in the neck. Look out, hell! He got him in the neck. Look, he's sticking that.
Okay, so the video starts off. Now, what it appears to be, it appears to be some Hispanics, and it appears to be a 3-on-1. Now, so the video was obviously recorded by some dude who's in his cell with a cell phone. Now, you know, a lot of people also talk to me about the you know, the California slang. So, you know, you hear a lot of times people that say, oh, on movies, oh, he's shanking. When I was in prison, I don't honestly think I ever heard a person use that word one time. You know, that shank is just some movie stuff. You know, they'll say, like right here, they were saying he's poking him. Sometimes they may call it a kisu. The black population, a kisu is a knife in Swahili, or you may hear people call it a heat, a pistol. You got some steel, metal, but I've never heard the word shank used. Anyway, let's get back to the guy getting shanked.
He's sticking that motherfucker in his neck. Ooh, look out, he's sticking that motherfucker in his neck. Ooh, they banging him. Ooh, yeah, they bang.
Okay, now once again, so what I'm noticing here, like I say, it's a 3-on-1. They stabbing the dude, man. And what stands out to me, and I want you guys to notice out there, is how everybody, you got a lot of people in the background. You know, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people just standing in the background walking. And some of them is watching. Some of them is not even paying attention to this dude being stabbed. No, obviously this dude's life is in the balance. You know, it's three dudes on one dude. They got him on the ground. I don't know how many knives is being used, but it's crazy how the people in the background and people doing prison have become used to and have become desensitized in seeing this violence. You know, nobody's making a move to help this dude. You got some dudes right here, sitting right here in the front row, like they at a movie, like they're just watching. You got other dudes up here on the tier, they standing around watching. You know, it's like it's a spectator sport going on. And you got some dudes in the background just walking by, doing their normal activities, not even paying attention to a dude possibly losing his life. So let's get started. Let's watch some more.
Yeah, this what happened when a nigga get out of pocket, remove a nigga, level 3, level 4
shit. The fuck out that nigga.
Tearing that nigga ass up.
They tearing that nigga ass up.
And like I say, once again, you got the dudes who shot the video. They sitting back there recording it. they're giving their commentary, and you know, they lightweight amused by what's going on. You know, let's check a little bit more out.
That shit hurt.
Hey, watch out, bro.
Hey, watch out, bro.
What's up, Bill?
They got him. It's over.
They got him. It's over. They finna kill that nigga.
They trying to kill that nigga.
They trying to kill. They trying to kill that nigga, y'all.
Okay, so at some point, one of the guards come in, and he finally gets there, and he sprays some mace. You know, he sprays some mace on the dudes, but of course, the dudes aren't stopping. Now, it all depends on, you know, what particular orders they may have got, or sometimes it all depends on, you know, the policy of who you run with. You know, but obviously these guys aren't stopping. So sometimes, you know, you have orders to you have to go until the cops come. You know, there's obviously these dudes aren't trying to get away with it. You know, so and I don't know where they're at, because it may be where a lot of times they'll send California prisoners to be housed in other facilities outside of the state due to overcrowding and things of that nature. And I'm assuming this is what it may be, because had this been in California somewhere, you know, they have COs working in the tower who have mini 14s, and they definitely would have started shooting. You know, once the policy is that when they see a knife or see another inmate's life in danger, they are allowed to shoot. So, but they haven't shot yet. They just came in and sprayed some mace. So I don't know where this is at. But anyway, let's go ahead.
Hey, you see how he was sticking that motherfucker in his neck? Oh, my mama, he was jamming that motherfucker in his neck.
They trying to kill that nigga, y'all.
Look, he's still on him. Look, he's still on him. He's still on him. Oh, my mama, he's still on him.
He's still on it.
He's still on there. Bitch ass nigga.
On it.
They trying to kill that nigga, blood.
Now you see when they hit him with the mace, a couple of the dudes who was attacking the dude, they ran off, and then it kind of turned into a one-on-one. But then suddenly another dude comes back to help, even though he knows that by this time, you know, the guards have been notified of what's going on, and like I say, he doesn't care. You know, he's coming back to continue in this attack. So let's check it out.
They trying to kill it.
That nigga about to catch a body.
Oh, it's over.
This a lawsuit.
It's a lawsuit.
It's over.
All them police ain't spraying. It's a lawsuit.
Now one of the other dudes who was initially involved in the assault, he has returned, you know, and man, I'm just trying to imagine the dude being attacked, man, what he's feeling, you know, what he's thinking, because anytime, you know, you fighting, and I've never been stabbed, but I'm assuming that people are stabbing you, and it's more than, you know, one person, it's two people. Of course, you're always going to have an extreme amount of fear and panic, because, you know, you know, your life is in the balance. Like I say, it's 2 or 3 dudes on him, they stabbing him, they kicking him, no one's coming to help, and so it may have only seem like it's only a minute or two, but when you're in that situation, it always seems like it's forever. It's you know, and more than likely the dude being attacked is probably praying and wishing and hoping that the guards come, you know, like anybody would when you're at risk of being killed. So let's hop back into this.
It's over.
Oh, he got his hands.
It's over. Oh, he got his hands.
What the other 2 niggas doing?
That motherfucker made me jump back, nigga. You tripping, nigga? Oh, my mama.
That shit hurt. Nico only know. Nico trying to.
Now they just shot it's kind of like a flash grenade, but what those contain they're like these little balls, and they also contain some mace and like tear gas in them. So they'll shoot them by you, they'll spin around for a little second, and then they'll explode. And then, you know, of course they're made to deter the people from to stop attacking whoever, you know, is being attacked, and to quell whatever's going on. But, you know, these guys are, you know, they staying true to whatever they was told to do. They own this dude, you know.
Blood out. He trying to catch a body for the Raza.
He trying to catch a body real quick. This
Body for the Raza.
Oh, they ain't playing. They trying to kill that nigga, y'all. They trying to kill him. It's over.
They trying to kill him.
That's a long time.
That's hella long, bro. That's a lawsuit.
Here come another bomb.
Long time.
Here come another bomb.
Nico own blood.
He on him.
He trying to body that nigga.
He's on him.
Gotta stop now.
He trying to body
Live and direct.
Gotta stop now.
And so, you know, eventually it looked like the correctional officers finally came, and I guess by them running up in the building, the guys who was recording, they felt it was no longer safe, you know, for them to keep recording, because they didn't want to get their phones discovered. But like I say, it's you got a lot of dudes standing around, you got a couple of dudes on the rail, and nobody came to this dude's aid, you know. And that's the nature of prison, you know. In the event somebody had tried to come help this dude, for one, their penitentiary career would have been over. They would have had to end up going to protective custody. They never could have walked the line again. And so, you know, no matter how inhumane it may seem, you got to mind your business when you're in prison. You know, I don't know what this dude done. I don't want to speculate, but whatever he done, he definitely made, you know, whoever he was running with unhappy, and they was definitely trying to kill him, you know. And it's like that in prison, you know. So that's why it's best to stay out of prison, man, because you never know. And, you know, sometimes the cold part about it is when you mess up, they going to send some of your best friends to get you. You know, this may have been a dude who you was walking the yard with and hanging on the track with every day. And then the second you mess up, they're going to send a person from your section, a person from your immediate area to handle the business. And so that's a cold game. And like I said, you got dudes standing around looking. Nobody screamed. Nobody said, hey. Nobody said, come help this man. And for some dudes, they're sitting around with amusement, you know. And that's how it was initially for me also when I first went to the pen, you know. People would be warned, you know, other different cards, you know, because you have the whites, you have the blacks, you have the Hispanics, you know. In the event the Hispanics were going to discipline one of their people or take care of a situation, they would send somebody to notify the blacks, hey, you guys, at the next unlock, we're gonna have some stuff going on, man. This is gonna be our people. That way, it would stop confusion, and you know, maybe a person sees it and doesn't know what's going on, and he runs over there. Then it turns into something bigger. You know, you may have, for instance, you may have a light-skinned black. You know, he may be getting stabbed. Maybe somebody else could see it, a Hispanic, or somebody would maybe think it's a Hispanic dude and run over there. So this is why we would give each other a courtesy and say, hey man, we getting ready to you know, handle one of our people is going down. So when they would see it, they would just stay out of the way and it wouldn't cause major confusion. But like I say, that it's like that sometimes in prison, and it may be a lot of people out there saying, well, you know, those dudes are cold. Why didn't nobody help? But if you help, you're definitely gonna be the person getting stabbed next, man. So like I say, man, prison is a bad place, but when you go there, you definitely got to mind your business. That's my first reaction video, and I'm out. Y'all resume normal program.